Labrador, Canada. Vast and untouched. This is the big land, and it is riddled with countless rivers and lakes. Even though the climate here can be harsh and cruel, Labrador boasts some of the best fly fishing opportunities the world has to offer.
Oh yeah, it's a big trout. Big trout, yeah. Wow, another big trout to the fly. It's been trout palooza today compared to our last few days. This is, I think, our fifth one today. I can't seem to move. I don't know if I can move them towards you, buddy. I don't want to get them to spit the hook.
The eastern brook trout thrive in this wild, untouched land, and they will take the breath away of any fly fisher. Welcome to the big land.
This is why you come to Crooks Lake Lodge in Labrador. This is a big fish. Right on. Ooh, that's our fifth one today. Like, what a day. It's turning into Troutapalooza. Let's go. Everybody, it's Jeff Parks with the New Fly Fisher. We're here in Labrador, the big land, and we're on Crooks Lake, staying at Crooks Lake Lodge. We're hunting for giant eastern brook trout, so stick around because this episode starts right now on the New Fly Fisher.
That's a nice sized fish.
Absolutely fantastic. Nice. Oh my goodness, that's the kind of fish that makes stickers out of.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Newfoundland and Labrador Outfitters Association, Vair Watches, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited,
When booking a trip to Crooks Lake Lodge, your travels take you to the military town of Goose Bay.
Okay, we are here in Labrador, and we are at the bunkhouse, the Crooks Lake bunkhouse. And this is a great option for you in case you don't want to stay at a hotel. This is really cozy, this is really comfy. It's like being in a home. So this is an option that you can come to because this is where we're staying tonight. And tomorrow we're heading up to the lodge early and we're going to start fishing. Now I don't know what we're going to be using at the beginning, but I'm probably going to start at some point with some streamers. So as you can see here, I've got lots of different colors, whites and greens and such. Always have a lot of different colors and have a lot of flies because there's a lot of pike out there that they may eat those flies on you. Blacks, browns, more greens. So just a lot of flies with movement when it comes to this stuff. If we do see some on the surface, then what I've brought is a lot of caddis. I brought a lot of larger flies. Some of the usuals here also, these white usuals are always really good for mayfly pattern. And you can just see I've just got so many, and all different sizes, small to large is what you're looking for. I have brought some nymphs that we could maybe put underneath an indicator, which we'll probably will, to see if they're right down to the bottom. If it gets warm, it's going to be a little bit, they want to maybe get down to the bottom to stay in that colder water. Stoneflies for sure, bring lots of stoneflies. You can see I got an array of colors of the stoneflies. And that's virtually what we're going to throw at these brook trout to see what they're looking for. I should say, the last but not least are mice patterns. That's what we're looking for because they love these things skid along the top. Brook trout love their food skidded along the top. And last but not least, we've got some pike flies. There's 50-inch pike in this lake as you're making your way to the river. So pike flies, bring some poppers. Bring all different types of colors. These Murdich minnows are always amazing, and this black and this orange color. That should get us going to find out what these things are biting on tomorrow. So those are the flies that we're going to use all week, hopefully. And today and tonight, we're just going to relax. We're going to do some cooking, have some adult beverages, get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is game time.
Your first night is a cozy stay at the bunkhouse not far from the airport with all the comforts at home. You'll have the opportunity to meet the other guests and to enjoy some of the local culture that Labrador, Newfoundland has to offer. With anticipation dialed to the max, we were eagerly waiting for the morning departure.
We each have a life vest on board, not to be deployed in the airplane, outside the aircraft only. All the emergency equipment is in the back, orange boxes, survival boxes. Coming forward, we have 4 exits, 2 large, 2 small. The open same way, 8 gallon. The flight is going to be 30-35 minutes. Probably going to have to sneak up the valley, so I'm going to throw on an extra 5 gallons of fuel.
This float plane trip was a 60-mile scenic ride to our destination. You begin to get a feel of how vast this land is.
Hopefully the fish will bite. Everybody's moving. That's it.
When you come to Crooks Lake Lodge, there is one thing on everyone's mind: fishing.
Kevin, our guide for the week. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you, too.
Kevin was saying that the water here is about 2 to 3 feet lower due to not much runoff. So the water temps are also probably around 60, 61. The optimum would be somewhere around 58, 59.
Yeah, 55 to 60.
Gotcha, 55 to 60. So we're a little high on that. So this is really making the fish a little bit lethargic. So we're going to have to work for them. And I think we'll start with some streamers and see if we can find some colder pockets,
Yes,
and
okay.
some of the deeper, colder pockets where they may be lying. So let's
Yeah.
give it a go.
Just give it a go, yes, sir.
All right, pal.
As I began to fish, I thought of the fly selection I had brought. Water temperatures were slowly rising, and the temps for the next 2 days were also staying warm. Brook trout are more active when the water temps are around 55 degrees. Today the water temperatures were hovering around the 59-degree mark, which is still a reasonable temperature for them, but they have probably moved into colder, oxygenated pockets. I figured I was going to have to dig deep into my fly box this week, so I began to switch flies to see if I could crack the code on these big brookies. But I quickly realized how tough these fish were going to be.
Man. tough.
We decided to head farther downriver and try our luck wading in the water.
Kevin decided that we should moor the boat over here. There's a little pathway and took us into this spot.
When the water's really low, there's always a deep hole here and fish hanging here in the deeper water. We had some good fish in there.
I think maybe we can try streamers and be pretty successful here.
Yeah, we had some really good fish in here with streamers.
That was sitting in that soft water.
With this warmer water,
And we've tried every color, and
we are definitely sharing the river with the pike.
this one nailed a black.
Pike.
Pike? Darn it all, it's a pike.
So with this in mind, we decided to change to nymphing under an indicator, as these fish were probably close to the bottom in the colder pockets. A big stonefly pattern with lots of movement hopefully will set us up for success.
Well, this is definitely a brookie here. They've been really tough, these brookies on the streamers. They're just not chasing anything, so I put on an indicator and just so I could get it down. And this guy's just holding in that fast water. Oh, it's got some nice color to it too. This water temps that they've been talking about, how it's become a little bit fluctuating, is really playing with the energy level for these brook trout. The energy level is great, but they're just not taking. And he's taking a lot of line. Oh, actually, I have this drag set pretty high. Oh, stop. Come on, buddy, come back. Come back. And stonefly for the win so far. Maybe I can try to get this to the net. He's just holding there. Okay, I think I've got him somewhat coming at you. Looks like a good size. Look at the size of that tail in there.
Nice
Wow.
fish. Nice fish.
Nice fish. I don't think he likes you, Kevin.
Hey?
I don't think he likes you. Okay, I'm gonna turn his head. All right.
Wow, what a fish.
What a beauty.
Holy cow.
Wow, look at the size of that. Man, that was that's my personal best brook trout here. I think Kevin was saying that was about 7 pounds, 22 inches, but just fat and gorgeous. So I threw on an indicator, and it was probably about the 7th drift with an indicator right in the hole where Kevin said, and boom, that thing hit. And no wonder that took a while to come in, because that was just a Goliath.
The relief and smiles say it all when the fishing is tough and you finally bring a big fish to the net. Staying focused and listening to your guide is key. It's all about teamwork and a positive attitude. Well, it was a great introduction to Crooks Lake with one brook trout to the net. Fishing was tough, but not impossible. The weather was staying warm for tomorrow, but the hint of rain and cooler temps moving in was on the horizon. One more day to grind it out until hopefully the water temps will finally drop and get these fish into attack mode. Time for a good meal, beverage, and a good sleep. It was going to be an early morning tomorrow. With this heat still lingering, we had our alarm set for 3:30 a.m. In the boat by 4 and fishing by 4:30. Beat the heat and find the bite. As we cruised towards a pool farther down from our previous lucky spot, I thought of fellow host Bill Spicer, who had said that in his 22 years of working with the new fly fisher, Crooks Lake was by far his best dry fly location for big fish he ever experienced.
Got him. I seen him, he rose just right behind it. The fishing here at Crooks is nothing shy of outstanding. Epic for sure. You put it in the right spot and you're gonna be rewarded with a good fish. All right, that's a good sized fish too. Giant eastern brook trout on a dry fly. A size 12 Goddard caddis. Outstanding.
Yep.
Got him. You see that mouth come right out of the water on that one. Good fish, taking line on me. Look at the tail on it. Oh, it's good fish.
That's a nice, really nice fish, Bill.
Let's get us head there.
There he
There
is.
we go.
Oh,
Good man.
He's a heavy fish.
You have to come to Crooks Lake Lodge in Labrador. Dry fly fishing. Right now we got a mayfly hatch and a caddisfly hatch at the same time, and the fish are rising. Why wouldn't you take them on a dry fly? Another good fish. Great fish, big tail on it. And he's going for a run. You are good, buddy. You are good. You get him? I'm gonna get into the water on this one. This is a big fish, it's about 7 pounds. Look at this. That is a giant eastern brook trout. A lot of heart to this fish, look at that. Huge.
I certainly hope this river lights up this morning like Bill's experience. Incredible with this amount of mayflies and only one trout rising. It is amazing how a rising fish like this can bring a fly angler to their knees. I'm humbled once again, but there will be more opportunities.
Darn it all. Oh, we just had a nice one there. It was just coming up and all I had was a streamer on. And I threw it in thinking I probably should have it dry because he was chasing dries and he took the streamer. But he's off. Darn it all, it was a nice fish too. I got a fish on. Fish on. Is it a pike though, or is it a... Could be a pike. Hard to say. We just lost a really nice trout. No, this is a trout. Look at that, it's a pike with a big tail. Or it's, wow. This one's got some girth to it. Wow, stop buddy, stop. And our guide just took our boat, so I may have to try to net this one myself. This is a big fish. Whoo! And it's going. I gotta go chase this one. Oh, it is just a pike. Yeah. I think, is that a pike? Yeah.
The pike are a lot of fun, but when you have seen the size of these brook trout, there is little else on your mind but these Labrador jewels.
So in our ever-changing climate these days, the rivers and the lakes, they're fishing differently than they have. You know, some years you can have such a great year up, come up to a lodge and the fish are just bang on and coming to the surface. And then other years, such like this here, they didn't have any runoff. The snowpack was so low that the water's so low. And now we're starting to heat up, so the water is getting temps coming up. The way that you were fishing, that you were used to fishing, may not be the way to catch the fish. And normally I don't fish with an indicator. But I thought I'd bring one, because normally I like to swing for these things in the current, but that just, they're on the bottom. So make sure you bring everything in your pack available to you on different types of way of fly fishing, because you never know what Mother Nature is going to throw at you when you get up to these lodges and to your favorite spots. Fish on! I don't think this guy knows he's hooked yet. He's just sitting in the current, actually. Hasn't really moved much. I think we got another big fella right here. Big looking tail in there. We've thrown a lot of stuff at him, and it keeps coming back to this brown stonefly. But this guy doesn't want to move out of that current. Oh buddy, easy. Feels like a nice fish. It's got lots of power. There, he's coming a little bit back at me now. When you fish for these brook trout, they don't really obviously fight like any kind of a steelhead or really running, but they really dog down into that current. Oh, this is a big boy too. All right, to the net. Ooh.
Wow, that's a big fish.
Another big fish. Wow. That's a little darker, eh?
Yeah. Lovely fish though, eh?
Wow. Wow. This is why you come to Crooks Lake Lodge. These fish are absolutely magnificent. All big, just enormous power. What a time you'll have here. Again, brown stonefly underneath an indicator was the ticket. They're on the bottom, and the cookie cutter size of these fish here are huge. They get pretty big.
Yeah, they get to around 9-10 pounds. A lot of power, powerful fish.
Yeah, well, very much so, because we're not really catching any small ones, and I'm not seeing any of the guests really catching any small ones.
You don't very often see small fish.
Right.
Usually 5 and 6 pounds and up.
5 or 6 pound and up is the cookie cutter size here at Crooks Lake. This is phenomenal. Let's do it again, buddy.
Great job.
Right, thanks. So when you're indicating in a run like this is a perfect run, but it's got a seam over here that's moving quite quickly, a seam right here, and it's got a dead spot, and that dead spot seems to be pushing the water upriver. So what it's going to do, it's going to create havoc with this indicator, and this indicator is going to go quite ahead, and the fly line is going to go quite ahead with it. So you need to mend. I mean, everybody talks about mending, but anybody who trout fishes and is struggling, there's 3 reasons why they don't catch a lot of fish when in a situation like this. Is 1, they don't mend enough, 2, they don't mend enough, and 3, they don't mend enough. So if you get what I mean, you have to keep this fly line upriver or sometimes downriver to make sure that this indicator runs nice and smoothly with the current. So I'll just explain that. We're putting it in here. If I just left my my line in there like this, that indicator is going to get pulled by this fly line, and it's going to take that fly and push it back up out of the strike zone. So to keep it in the strike zone, we're going to put it in the water, lift my rod tip, and if you can, even take the fly line out of the water and just allow that indicator to flow down naturally. If you keep the fly line out of the water, there's going to be no need to mend. But if you do, if you're doing a longer shot with this, then you have to mend right away as soon as it gets in the water. It's easier to mend that way as soon as it gets in the water, and that'll allow that indicator and your fly to tumble down the stream naturally.
Well, another day of working hard for fish. Yet the promise of change of weather was in the forecast. A cold front was moving in this evening, and I'm hopeful that it will change our luck for our next day. The next morning was indeed a welcome change. Rain looming, colder temperatures, cloudy skies, and a choppy wind. All the ingredients for a happy brook trout and a happy fly angler. My first choice on this gloomy day was a black streamer.
Wow! Just lost another one right in this spot, and I just said to Ryan that we haven't caught anything in this run right here, and then wham, he hit it right at the surface as I was lifting it. That's a good sign though. We got some cloud cover. It's a complete different day from our whole week. So maybe that's a good sign that they're looking up. Maybe they're looking up for some mayflies because there's been not much coming up to the surface. Just trying to see if I can keep this thing on the hook. We've lost so many in this last little bit. I think, yeah, it's a trout. And it hit that fly 3 times. And it's going upriver here a little bit, but there's a big rock here. I gotta try to keep him away from that rock. I gotta see if I can pull him down here, buddy. Okay, there he is. Oh. All right, back in the net we are. Smaller guy, but whew, we've lost quite a few, so it's nice to get one to the net. This is awesome. This is you know, one of the smaller ones, and look at the size of that fish. Like, I mean, you know, put my hand there. That's a big fish, but this is one of the smaller ones. So what we're gonna do is just a quick release, because boom, gone. Yeah, love it. Good job, buddy. What a difference a day makes. We have cloud cover, and we got a lot of rain over here, and I just missed a really big one. Hit this black, just black leech pattern. Nothing really much to it. Black's the color, but it hit it right here, a really large one. Lost them, and then I went a little farther down into this run here, just behind this big rock. That fish hit 3 times. Whacked at it again, and the 3rd time was the charm. So I think we're going to have a great day.
Well, with 2 fish to the fly and 1 to the net, this day just seemed fishy. We worked the top pool for a bit, but decided to move down and moor the boat and try our luck again on foot.
Shallow again.
Yeah, shallow.
When you go down below that calm, it drops down like.
Just right at that shallow there. Okay, gotcha.
You start right up there and then you fish right down through there.
Okay, good. I'll give that a go. Thanks, buddy. So we got a nice perfect run right here that we're fishing, and I'm going to start with a streamer. Just a couple tips for this is that I find when people come in, they look at a spot just like this, they fish too far away first. Probably where the fish are sitting are just right here. And yeah, sure, we could nymph it, but it's always fun to get something on a streamer. So just have just a little bit of line out, and rather than fishing past these fish, just put it into the run with a very short line, and just tap it, just twitch it, move it, just in that little area, and try to move that right where the fish are and not past them. And what you can also do is you can take your fly line and move it out, so that's going to move that fly, and it's going to send it back out and swing it that way into the other side of the river a little bit, and then it'll swing back, and just try to get it in front of their nose so they take it maybe through more aggression than feeding. Fish on. This black streamer for the win again. This is definitely a nice fish here. Again, it's funny, these fish, he hit that once. I thought I felt a little tick on the fly, and I put it right back to the same spot. Oh, and he did hit that. Oh, this is a nice fish. Try to keep him away from that rock there. I'm gonna have to go chase this guy. He was sitting right in those rapids. See if I can bring him back. There he comes.
Nice fish.
Yeah. Let's see if I can bring him in a little bit closer, buddy. I don't want to force him, obviously, because I think this one's got a lot of girth. It was sitting right in the fast water. I'll be quite surprised if it's not a trout.
Yeah, it's a trout.
Trout?
Yeah.
It looks like a good size, too. Come on, buddy. Come on in.
No, it's a nice trout.
Yeah. This has got a lot of weight to it, and there's a lot of head shakes on this guy. Come on, we want to get you in and let you go. Just a quick picture. for everybody. I love streamer fishing. I started out streamer fishing when I first started fly fishing, and it's just so rewarding. And the hit you get from, you know, big brown trout, big brook trout, like especially big brook trout like these, they just slam that fly. Trying to keep it on, that first 5 seconds of keeping that fish on as it's thrashing, I don't know, it's just a rush.
You got my arm, keep your rod up.
I got her.
Oh, that's a nice one.
This is a beauty. Again, Kevin for the win on this one. Got some good head shakes on this baby. You can't beat a streamer day. There's nothing better than that. Kevin told us to go right into this one spot where the one small rock was, and I threw it right towards that small rock. I think he's almost ready there, buddy. Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
Ah, the agony of defeat. That was a beauty, but what a hit on that fish. Those were some head shakes, eh, Kevin? That was unbelievable.
Wow, losing these brookies is part of the game with their sheer size and power here in Labrador. What a great morning. Luckily, Crooks Lake Lodge is a short boat ride away. Time for a quick lunch, then back at it for the remainder of the day.
So here are some of the flies that we brought for us this week, and the stonefly was really effective, the brown stonefly. We do have it in black. Bring some in black, bring some golden ones, but the brown, make sure you bring some brown. Bring some traditional nymphs also. The pheasant tail was effective for us also, but some hare's ears, anything from a size 10, you know, size 16. It's always good to have a good box of nymphs, beadhead and non-beadhead. The streamers, muddler patterns, lots of looks at this green here, so bring a different colors of the muddlers. But this black bunny leech was the king, and we got a lot of hookups on this, but who knows, next week it could be white. So bring these bunny leeches. Size 6 is what we used. Bring whites, browns, greens, but have a lot of the black. Boy, they were right on that one. A lot of caddis flies out there, a lot of different sizes. So again, you know, anywhere from larger one size 10, and bring right up to size 16, some elk hair, and always have a mouse. We didn't move anything on a mouse pattern, but you have to have mice pattern here because traditionally they go after them. And larger hexes, you want to bring larger flies that have a big profile. And also, again, some traditional good usuals, some BWOs bring, but anything in your fly box that you have from any size, from again, size 8 all the way right up to size 16, then that should help you out when you come up here.
For those of you who value time spent outdoors, investing in reliable tools is essential to making the most of your experience in nature. A durable, affordable, and timeless wristwatch is the perfect companion for any angler. And that's exactly what Vaer watches are built for. Assembled in America and backed by a guaranteed waterproof warranty, Vaer watches offer the ideal balance of affordability and performance. Stay on time and focus on the moments that matter most.
When coming to Crooks Lake Lodge, it's imperative to have good boots for your waders. The rocks can be slippery. so I would recommend inserting tungsten studs to your wading boots for extra grip.
I just walked across the river here, and it's never easy walking across the river, especially on this water. It's very, very dark and it's hard to see the rocks. So when you're doing walking across any kind of a river like this here or back home, your motto is always never be in a hurry in a stream. Every step needs to be calculated. Almost when you're walking, say to yourself, right foot, plant your right foot, find a crevice, left foot, find a crevice for that. So you're almost saying to yourself, left foot, right foot, to make it nice and slow, to make it across here. And make sure as soon as you get to the bank, as you're getting maybe 3 feet from the bank, keep going slow, because that's where most people fall.
With this gray cloud cover and cooler temps, the afternoon just felt good and fishy. It's amazing how a river can send out good vibes.
Fish on.
Fish on. Again, this actually could be, now this could be trouty. Who knows? With this, again, with this black water, you can never tell what it is at the beginning. Might be another pike though, buddy.
Trout?
Nah, I don't think so. Oh yeah, it's a...
Oh, it's big trout.
Big trout, yeah. Wow, another big trout to the fly. It's been trout palooza today compared to our last few days. This is, I think, our fifth one today. I can't seem to move. I don't know if I can move them towards you, buddy. I don't want to get them to spit the hook.
Never underestimate the power of these big eastern brook trout. The battles are intense.
This is why you come to Crooks Lake Lodge in Labrador. This is a big fish. Right on. Woo, that's our 5th one today. Like, what a day. It's turning into Troutapalooza. Let's go. Okay, just a little bit about the setup that we're using to catch these fish out here. 7 weight is the way to go here. You know, a lot of people are bringing 5 and 6, but you're undergunned. You saw the size of these fish. The small ones are 5 pounds, bigger ones 7, 8, and up. 7 weight is the way to go here. And when you look at the reel, you're looking for a reel with just a good drag system. I have a large arbor, so it's going to bring it in a little bit quicker with each turn. Good drag system on these things, because boy, when they hit, they hit hard, and they'll run and they'll take it. So need to have a good drag system. And attached to the reel, we have a weight forwarded floating line. We don't need to get that deep down here, so it's 3.5, 4 feet is really the water that we're fishing. So floating line, but weight forwarded for good casting action. Attached to that, I have the leader. Now, leaders normally come 9 feet. When I'm throwing a streamer like this, what I like to do is I like to have it shorter. My leader is about 7.5 feet. That's just easier to move the fly with your rod tip if it's a little bit shorter that way. And that's the way to go out here with the 7 weight forwarded line, large arbor reel, and a shorter leader, and you're good to go.
This gray and cooler weather certainly turned on these brook trout. A quick change in temps can make a world of difference.
Woo! Thought I'd try a little shorter cast there in that slack water, and he was sitting there. He attacked that. Lots of short. Oh, nice fish. Whew. The fly was really, I was kind of just lifted it up, and it hit it right at the surface. Wow. It's almost like this guy's just figured out that he's hooked. It's just, you know, the size of their tail. They can make such a commotion on the surface. Wow, look at the colors on that. Look at the fins. I couldn't get this guy in.
No, he had the power.
Ah. Wow.
What a trip we had here at Crooks Lake Lodge. We certainly had to work for these fish, but we did find a few for a successful and fun time. When the water temps cooled, this body of water showed its awesome potential.
Well, that's it for us this week, and what a week we've had. Labrador truly is the big land. These eastern brook trout are a trophy fish for anyone who loves to fly fish. I'd like to thank Crooks Lake Lodge and the Crooks Lake staff for the fine hospitality, but most importantly, I'd like to thank Kevin, our guide, who got us into some fantastic fish out there. If you'd like to learn more about this show and other shows in our series, you can visit us at thenewflyfisher.com and our YouTube channel. And until then, keep fishing.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Newfoundland and Labrador Outfitters Association, Vair Watches, Scientific Anglers, Trout Unlimited,